Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. Long was 1975.
Welcome to another ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64. In this video I will be playing Batman the movie on said machines, released by Ocean in 1989. Obviously they released it on all the usual suspects, and pretty much the Amiga version was the most famous or fabled because of its into the screen driving and flying stages. On the Spectrum and the Commodore it was a left to right side scrolling platformer, action platformer, very much in the guise of Robocop to some degree. That'll make sense when I crack into it in a minute. And the flying and driving stages was side on as well. But in this gameplay we'll be comparing level 1, which is the chemical factory, Axis Chemical Factory, where Napier from the movie falls into the vat of chemicals and becomes Joker. For the record, 1989's Batman is still my favourite Batman, and I still think it is the best Batman, and Michael Keaton is arguably still the best Batman, and the best, I'm going to say best Michael Keaton, best Bruce Wayne. If you disagree with me, that's fine, taste is subjective, but it is to me, absolutely is. And it's 30 years old this year. Holy shizzle biscuits. Right, anyway, this is a 128K version. As you can hear, it's got tasty and delicious music. And it looks very much, as I said, like Robocop does. Is it the same game engine? I do not know, but you will see what I mean if I played it. This game was huge back in the day. Didn't quite replicate the success, well, didn't come anywhere near to replicating the success of Robocop that spent 18 months at #1 on the Spectrum. It came with a sticker. I still have my Spectrum copy of it, and the sticker unused. Right, 4, the fine keys. 4, the fine keys. Hello, I'm Batman. There we go. Thank you. Right, left, down, up, keys of champions, which is why I'm going with M for fire, and Z, hold, which is not a hug, it's pause. Why they didn't say pause, I don't know. Right, I loved this back in the day. I could get to about level 3, level 4, and I could complete the first level, which was on a demo tape on the front of a magazine, and knew it off by heart. Struggled to as an adult, as you're about to find out. Z, hold. Right, let's go. Level 1, Axis Chemical Plant. Factory, sorry, game, you're wrong. Right, bottom middle of the screen is Michael Keaton's face as Batman. It will scroll down when I take hits and turn into Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Still my favourite Joker. Time on the right, because you've got a time limit, and bottom to that, those two bat symbols are my lives. There we go. Right, see, it looks like Robocop. Batarang. Hold up, press Batarang, and then I can scroll up. Oh! Watch out for the gas. You can twat them as well, which is kind of nice. You can drop on them as well, like Shinobi. I think this is lovely graphics, great animation, great music. Plays to the Spectrum's strengths by having monochromic, so there's no attribute clash. But yeah, I can see the floor. Oh, watch out for those cheeky gas vents. Yeah, I can't tell you, how stoked I was for Batman. I can remember the hype back in the day. And I was so excited for it. I mean, I love Batman anyway, and the little, I think they invented the teasers for it, didn't they? Like, to the degree they do it now. Man, you take a pummeling. There you go, press down, drop like Shinobi. But yeah, they just used to let little bits out, and I think everyone was like, wait a minute, why are you Michael Keaton? It was because of the success of Beetlejuice, wasn't it? Holy cow. And, the relationship between him and Tim Burton. But yeah, they pointed out that when we said, well, he should be, what? He should be Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he said if he was Arnold Schwarzenegger he wouldn't need armour, and that was the whole point of Batman. I don't know if I'm going the right way. Ooh. Yeah, so I love the fact that he had body armour. And I remember when I actually saw it, it's weird, when I actually saw it this cinema, I loved it, but I preferred Last Crusade because I saw that, around about the same time. But also, yeah, I wasn't absolutely blown away, as I thought I would be. It's as an adult I've fallen, I became really, 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 it became one of my favourites, I should say. Yeah, he was shooting down, what are you shooting down for, dumbass? But when we saw Batman Returns in Cape Cod in 1992, I preferred that more than the original Batman. Ooh. Pummel time. Hey, that's a good way to get out of the way. Yeah, it's only in recent years that I, like I said, or adult years, that I decided that the original Batman is just basically one of the greatest movies ever, greatest superheroes movies ever, and the best Batman movie ever. I dare you to disagree with me. Why aren't we going to get a Super Whammy 30th Anniversary Remastered Tits to the Frisky Super Doohickey Special Features Edition? I'm just saying, Warner Bros. Because I know you watch my channel. Get on that. Move! Oh, I wish I could show you more. But, like I said, it's hard. There is no difficulty. This is the default difficulty. You got unlimited batarangs, so just keep moving forward. The gun effects, obviously. Some of that in your life. The same as Robocop's. I mean, it is. It looks just like Robocop. That's no bad thing. Right, let's go up. Woo! Look at that. See, your batarang is incredibly useful. Again, look at that. Oh, bollocks. There we go, we'll use our last life and we'll jump into the Commodore 64. Yeah, your grapple hook is amazing in this. I love that scene. They showed that in all the trailers, didn't they, and stuff. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Some of this in your face. Honest to God, I don't know if I'm going the right way. I've got this nagging memory from when I was a kid that you go up, left, around, down, and then basically at the end you throw a batarang and trap Napier into the chemical vat. Which, to be honest, he had it coming. Nice outfit. I was going to say points for the quote, but that would be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? Ooh, ooh, oh! Well, there you go, I'll just do that. It doesn't do it unless I'm there. Right, you can't avoid it though, see? Oh. It is frustrating, but it's not, you know, kick you in the plums frustrating. It's just a Spectrum game from back in the day. So about utilising all your controls. The controls are tight, man. Like I said, like dropping down on people. Get up. Oh, that'll do. I don't even know if I want to go this way. I'm half Batman, I'm half Joker. I'm a freak. Ew. Such a deceivingly cute noise for getting grenaded in the face. Right, come on, come on. Go on, move! Your body armour is rubbish, Batman. I'm just saying. See Chris Nolan about it. Actually, see the one in Batman vs Superman, his body armour was awesome. He took a fucking bullet to the side of the head, didn't he? That's called useful body armour. Ooh! Fire. Keep firing, keep firing. Where was that? There. Right, right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh! Yoink! Again, no idea if I'm going the right way. No, I'm not. Get on there. It does feel vaguely familiar. I think it's the fact that they can fire in all directions that makes them so bloody difficult. I've got a feeling at some point I should go back up. Not there though. Ah! Hard. Hard. Anyway, let's take a look at the Commodore 64 version, methinks. So here we go, Batman the movie on the Commodore 64. Now obviously if you listen to that, no comparison, we got some lovely Sid chip goodness, but then that was basically a given, wasn't it? Listen to it. However, what's also, well, not really a given, is, if you look, I'm going to highlight it, you can have music or you can have sound effects, but you can't have them both at the same time. I've never understood this. Is this lazy programming? I wouldn't have thought so from Ocean, because they were the masters of, you know, 8-bit back in the day. And as I said, we do know that you could do both at the same time. Would Commodore users prefer to either have one or the other? And I just don't have a clue, because I didn't have a Commodore back in the day and was spoilt with 128K, which had both at the same time. Right, we're going to go with music, maybe go with sound effects. It depends on how easy it is compared to, or how it is compared to the Spectrum, but I think it's safe to say, yeah, no arguments there. Got to play this on joystick. I prefer keys to joystick, so, you know, just a heads up. Right. Well, there you go, the music wins again, doesn't it? Same sort of tune as the Spectrum, but just, well, I wouldn't say properly, because I like the Spectrum 128K sound capabilities. Top right, 3 back chest symbols, that's my lives. Above that is time. Obviously, this bar is at the top of the screen at this point, not sure why. Batman's face there, crap compared to the Spectrum's. I'm guessing it turns into Mabel or Joker's face, which it really should do on this screen, because we're Napier. There you go, Jack Napier must be stopped from stealing the Axis Plant records. You must find and deal with him, but first you must confront his henchmen. Why didn't you make that all one colour? Anyway, score top left, let's go. So, small ickle sprites, not incredibly chunky, I'll say that, which is quite good. Oh, you got gas as well. It's, yeah, it's, you know, it's small sprites, but it's very, very colourful, and they're quite detailed. It's not this normal, you know, you lose one for the other. Notice the, I was going to say complete lack of bad guys, who just ran into me. But yeah, they don't seem to appear to come continuously, but I don't know. I think this looks really nice, actually. I really, really do. This might be a bit of a difficult one. Oh, he falls too slowly. I know that sounds silly, but his batarangs faster. Yeah, this might be a difficult one to call, because obviously the colour on this one has it. I prefer the size of the sprites on the Spectrum, but that's a small moot point. They don't throw grenades down. I like that. Oh, see, because you can't hear the hiss. You can't tell where the, oh, hang on. Different level layout. Look at that. It's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, and I'm belching. See what I did there? Yeah, because you can't hear the hiss. You can't see where, or it's harder and more difficult to avoid the pipes. See? And the water. We'll put sound effects on, I think. It would definitely be preferable to play it with sound effects. But, off the bat, you can't... What? And it killed me, and that Joker picture was awful. Right, you can't... No, you can fire diagonally. It's... you've got, once you've got it, you've got to let go. It's incredibly difficult to fire diagonally. I'll say this, the controls on the Spectrum, off the bat, I know we're right at the start, are a lot more responsive. And I don't like the way you fall so slowly. I'm assuming it wasn't done by the same team as Robocop on the Commodore 64. Right, fire it, as soon as it hits it, let go, because obviously that was broken. Although you can, there's a debugged version now, isn't there? Right. Stay down. I don't know if I like that, that he can't fire diagonally down, but then also it shows that the Spectrum is stronger in that aspect, doesn't it? Leg it. Watch out for the water. We all know how dangerous H2O is. That was awkward. You have no idea how awkward that was. The adrenaline cleared my nose though. Right, hold it down, then press up and left, and then let go. That is really awkward. Yeah, the controls are so much tighter on the Spectrum. Now obviously I don't mean to start wars, despite the fact the name of the series, but it's a given that the controls are so much tighter on the Spectrum. Tighter than Batman's tights. I don't know why I said that. Right. So is it, what mode is it that does colour and then the other mode does more detailed graphics? Because if they split it so the actual game itself is colour and then the title screen is the more, I don't know if it's more detailed. But it's got a very Spectrum down-esque look to it. They don't come down ladders either. I do not like that. Hey, he's got grenades! Ooh, it's no walk in the park though, is it? But it's got... Oh, the Spectrum doesn't have that. It's got checkpoints. Well, it wins points for that. See if I can remember any of this when I round up. I don't know if you're quicker using a ladder. A grenade bounces off the wall. You are quicker using the ladder. That's a bit pants. Right, so if he bounces off the wall, I'm going that way. Are we learning yet, Batman? I'm Batman. Come on, so who's your favourite Batman then? You know, obviously I said I like Keaton, but see, everyone, oh, Scheisenball's taste is different. How can I die when I fall this? This is a totally deep hole, points for the quotes. Right, space to restart. Right, I jumped back to the title screen because if I restarted it would just put me carrying on that level and well, at the start obviously, and I would still have music. So let's see what it's like with sound effects. Right, but I am going to start rounding up. Do you know what? The Spectrum version is better because, and it's, oh, I can hear it and I still forgot about it. It's about playability ultimately at the end of the day, and the controls are better. Much better. The enemy is smarter, which you could argue is annoying, but it just, you know, it shows that it's got, I don't know, is AI too strong a descriptive term, but more capable AI in the bad guys. Checkpoints, Commodore, that's kind of cool. I don't know if that, you know, is something to, you know, differentiate that much with, but I forgot where I was going. But it's very handy, I'm not going to lie. Totally forgot where I was going. But I see that Batarang is awkward to tits. There we go. Yeah, the controls, that makes such a big difference. Graphics, do you know what? Size of the sprites aside, because they are smaller, obviously even I will, you know, concede that to the Commodore 64. I have to really, don't I? Oh, that was a balls up. That's awkward. It's like it just needs a little bit more polish and it would absolutely wipe the floor with the Specky. It's better looking, it's better sounding. If you could have them, well, actually, it is better sounding music-wise, but I would like both sound effects and music at the same time. But yeah, better looking, controllability, controls in itself, they are like that there. Shit, they are awkward to hell. But yeah, do you know what? I can't really decide. I mean, I'm going to go with my gut feeling, which is Spectrum, simply because it's what I grew up with and I like the controls and I like the size of the sprites, but I will give that the Commodore has better graphics and better sound, although not at the same time. It's the controls that holds it back from being absolutely fantastic. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Did you have either? Did you have neither? Who's your favourite Batman? What's your favourite Batman? And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.